Hello and welcome, my lovely Pisces. Pisces, this is your 2019 final reading and 2020 first reading. I'm going to do two spreads from my channel. High energy coming back. I was a bit of a downer, a low person for my during the winter solstice. A lot of energy recycling. It's a very strange feeling, but I feel my light is on, so it's also even better because I feel good inside, but my body's just so tired. All right, my lovely Pisces. If you've been dragging along, don't worry, because even though this is a end of year, beginning year, end of decade, beginning decade kind of reading, this is also the December 30th through January 5th, 2019 reading, 2020 reading. On the 3rd, on Friday, we have the energy of Mars moving into Sagittarius. This is expressing yourself. This is really flying your freak flag. It's about you being you, buddy. And we just came out of that Mars in Scorpio energy, and it was like deep, hard, emotional feelings. You're my most heartbroken sign of the year, my lovely Pisces. I've read such sadness for you this year, but I feel you're like rowing out of it right now, so I'm looking forward to seeing what we can close out in 2019 and what we can start up in 2020 for you, my loves. Me being the Queen of Clovers, my readings tend to focus on life, craft, action, nurturing ourselves and others, and using our will for the highest good and calling. This is my charismatic gift I share with you with unconditional love and, of course, gratitude. So I thank you all again for your likes, your views, your subscribes. Please subscribe now if you haven't. Remember, your views alone do help the channel. And let's get to it. For these first line for 2019, I have the Ten of Swords in reverse. It's letting go of a little bit of torture. I mean, it's sitting in torture. You've been sitting in torture. You've kind of been wallowing in a little pain here in 2019, but you've decided that even if you've decided to empty all your cups and start over for something that's going to last a bit longer, that's going to have a bit of a legacy to it. You've kind of mapped out your future a little bit for yourselves, kind of like, this is what I want, this is how I want to live, this is how I want, how many kids I want, this is, you know, what the schools I want them to go to, but you haven't gotten there yet. With the Chariot card, 2019 wasn't the year for all those dreams to come true. It was the year for planting those seeds to come true. You didn't get the victory you were seeking to move forward on that point of your life. And that's kind of the heartbreak of it, is this year, I think you had to make, you had to flip a bitch. You had to make a U-turn. And there was a lot of things you planned on life being like that. It's becoming more and more clear to everyone that it's not going to be the way we planned it to be. You're not alone in that, my lovely Pisces. I do have the King of Pence in reverse. Could be an earth sign energy. It feels like you just kind of not building a kingdom anymore. You're really focused on things in 2019 that you weren't doing. And remember, I told you that was okay, as long as you continue to move forward with that energy into, okay, this is now what I don't want. At least turn those into positive sentences, I don't want to live in the slums, to I want to live in a nice neighborhood, to I want to live in the city, to I want to live in the country, I want to, not I don't want. And it feels like you haven't really gotten out of that energy, and you're still mourning the losses. It feels like that love wasn't working out in this one. It's not where your heart was at all, Pisces, but you're still mourning it because you'd achieved a bit of something that you had to let go of. I do feel that all year, even a relationship or a work situation, Pisces, it feels like you had to let something go. Some of you were in careers that no longer exist. That I do feel. And it's taking a moment to let go of that, because in letting go of that, it seems like you had to let go of a lot of other stuff. Yeah, you're really trying not to focus on the internal energy of this, the yin and yang of it. you really try not to approach this at all. Because you know, there's a knowing here of what really went wrong that you just don't want to admit. And I understand that. But I'm pretty sure Spirit's going to... And what's sad is you've admitted it to yourself, but you haven't really processed it. How about that? Because there's a sense of, you know, this business, but it's not exactly very processed. Three of Wands in reverse. It's that ship's coming in, the planning. What are you planning, my loves? Ooh, good things. Good things. Good things are coming. Okay. You're kind of planning to take a step back and then start from the beginning to get to the everything. All right. This is backpedaling. Spirit says go back. Go back. It's the Three of Wands to Two of Wands. Go back to some major decisions. Go back to the fall. Really think back over the fall, especially when it comes to passion and passion projects and things that really get your blood boiling and stuff, because whatever it is, you've poured out every last cup of that. It really doesn't interest you. This is like, I've come to this place in this relationship, this job or whatever. It feels more like money and more like your work, and I hate it. And I've started a cycle that I'm just going to dump everything out on the table and figure out something better. You're making a move to your Nine of Cups. You're establishing, remember I told you establishing that Nine of Cups? This is you establishing your Nine of Cups. This is where I'm going. This is where I'm heading. This is where I need my spirit to head. And it's more of a feeling. This is how I need to feel to know, you know, where I am in the right place. I could be making 2 pennies an hour right now, Pisces, is what you're feeling. And you don't care as long as it's your Nine of Cups. It's that kind of energy. I need to just find my place, find where I belong. And Spirit is agreeing with this. But Spirit wants you to take that step back and just kind of dump everything out and start over and start looking towards that Nine of Cups. Ooh. Filling up your own cup as well. All right, 2020. What do we got here for you? I think you're going to break up with somebody. I have the Lovers in reverse here. Lovers in reverse. I just don't think there's a real connection there. You know, when you're going through the motions and you feel like everything is really working out, could be with the Gemini in reverse. That's a burden to you. But it also has a, if this is a love situation, it just feels like it's like, you know, we're not in love, are we? Sorry. You know, that kind of thing. It's that this is working out great and it's convenient. Things seem like they're going great, but they aren't. This isn't true love. It's that kind of feeling with the Lovers in reverse. This could also be a Gemini that is just giving you the 10 of Wands. But this is also releasing the burden, attempting to release the burden of a Four of Wands, a marriage that didn't work out. This is the burden, the love burden in 2020. You're carrying a love burden from the past in there. It could be an incomplete divorce, although the Justice card isn't here, but this is the Lovers in reverse. That is an ex giving you burdens. And it's like a marriage didn't work out, and you're still holding on to the burden of that loss, or a lost long-term relationship, a lost feeling of, you know, the passion from that relationship, the joy of that relationship. You're kind of holding on to it more victim-like right now. I have the King of Cups in reverse. That's you. The 20, the Judgment card in reverse, and the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. It just tells me your cup is empty while you sit and moon over this issue. You really burden yourself with this issue. The Judgment card in reverse. You just feel like you're going to get... This is a fear that you're going to really get This is like that fear, like your ex has secrets or a sex tape on you, and you're afraid it's going to go public. And you're really afraid to Eight of Pence, reeling your harvest. This could be hiding money from a divorce. You're trying to do that, or it could even be trying to hide another person. But you're really a relationship that maybe started before the divorce, or the agreed upon divorce started. I feel like this is like a breakup where you're trying to hide things, or you're especially Pisces, especially this. And it's like I said, it's like a sex tape where you think they know your secrets and they're all going to come out. That's why you have a fear of secrets coming out of 2019. And that's why you're afraid to plant seeds. This is why this relationship is hanging over you. You're not really hung up on the heart. You're hung up on the possible physical consequences, or I keep hearing, what if this person talks? What if this person talks? I don't know what you're afraid of. I don't know if, I don't really feel you being a horrible person, but, oh, I just saw 1111 on the timer, and Spirit said it's because you haven't faced, in 2019, you haven't faced why this really ended. You haven't really accepted your part in it, to the point that you, you're afraid of what might come out from it. Like, you're afraid of the consequences of that still bursting onto the scene. Yeah, because you haven't really dealt with it emotionally in the fine details of why things ended, or why things got thrown to the side, or why the disaster happened, and you're just really afraid of having to face that. And it's what's holding you back from a lot of other aspects of your life. Not necessarily that you're so in love with this person you're going to get them back at all costs. No, it's almost like, I'm really nervous about what they'd say with me, or if they'd publish our sex tape. You're afraid, or you're even afraid, like, if people knew I dated this person, they might think less of me just because I'm attached to that person, kind of thing. Alright, I do have this message from Spirit. The Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius with an Aquarius here in reverse. And these are people you're worried about. This is the energy of people that you're concerned about them not being okay. But you're going to try and bring a victory between you all, and then you're going to take your chances wherever you land. This is like taking care of that business. You're going to take care of that business. And I think this is an Aquarius and an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius that is involved in that energy. Something you're afraid of. You're just going to accept it, and you're going to suck it up, and you're going to make sure everybody's okay. Because it's the best way to spin the wheel of fortune and change your luck. It's like doing the right thing. And when you do the right thing, it's like finding out that, you know what, it didn't work, but that doesn't mean you're an awful person. It's that energy of like, there's nothing this person can say to hurt you. And you're letting them kind of hold on to you and your energy and control your behavior by being afraid of what this person will say. And in the long run, you have to accept your actions for what they are. But I think you're going to find out that this person ain't got nothing on you. And I don't even think they really care to have anything on you, because it's very one-sided. There's not a lot of energy from anybody else coming in here, other than the fact that you're allowing them to control your actions. Kind of puppety. All right, my lovely Pisces, interesting 2019 and 2020 readings, spreads. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, tip or donate if the spirit moves you. All the info is in the box below. Have a great New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Be safe. And I will see you next week, my lovely Pisces.